playing on a big TV right now, and the camera is sitting on a cardboard box. So oh, that makes sense. See, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna have to play Splat Zones because Urchin Underpass is on there. No, Urchin Underpass is on Rainmaker 2, and Bluefin Depot is better. I have one more game of series for the road, which is after one more cup of coffee for the road, which is the Bob Dylan song. And what's up, Van? I don't know where I'm going. Van, what are you saying, man? Learning curve. It's right now. There you go. Yeah. Okay. When I was first starting out, like I was doing pretty good, man. And then I'd get a face cam and start messing around with a face, right? And like, I don't know if the face put people off or something. It just hasn't been the same. And I'm like, what's going on? But I mean, I like it though. I like having a face, but I don't really care much because you can do more. Like I ate chicken nuggets on a stream one time. Like literally just ate chicken nuggets. And that's it. You know, you can just do stuff. And it's just fun to show people, hey, this is how I live my life. And then also people thought they were talking to a teenager. Because my voice and all that. And I know I have a voice that sounds like I'm younger than I am. And then people saw, because I have a beard, I started growing the beard this year. And they're like, oh, what? You're like, what, in your 20s? I'm 19, man. I used to hate beards. I tried to grow one a couple years ago, and I hated it. And I thought it was really annoying. And I loved having a mustache. So I had a mustache for the entire year last year. And then this year I was like, you know what? Why don't I just try it? Like, I didn't really have anything that was holding me back at that point. I don't know, like, I was in a relationship and she was like, I don't like beards. So I was like, oh, well, I guess I'm not having it anyway, even if I wanted one. And then she went off. So I was like, okay, you know, I'm going to try it. And if I like it, cool. If I don't, whatever, you know. And I like it. So you can't grow a beard. Yeah, I know. Some people just can't grow beards. Facial hair. I find it crazy. Dude, I can grow a facial hair so quickly. We're in the lead by 1. Frightening. I can do it. I'm capable of existing on the planet Earth. You can probably tell that I am a little strange. But I'm similar in the sense that I like to talk. I'm a talker as well. I'm me. I feel like sometimes I need to be not me. But I've been better at just accepting that, like, I can be me, and the people who like me and actually want to stick around will, and the people who don't like me or whatever, they weren't meant to be in my life anyway. That's the kind of mindset that I'm training myself into. Because I know that there are people who are going to like me, like, truly for me, right? Where I don't have to pretend to be anyone. Because it's been proven. So I'm just like, yeah, like, it's going to happen anyway. So I shouldn't have to pretend. What are you saying, Van? Because you've got a lot of stuff to say too, apparently. That's exactly right. That's what I'm doing. I'm like, I shouldn't have to pretend to be someone else kind of thing. I think that there are definitely people who like me for who I am, so I shouldn't have to pretend to be who I'm not for other, you know what I mean? It goes both ways. It goes both ways in the sense that you know, say you like someone, but they're not fully fond of you, and you want them to like you, whatever, so you have to be someone, like, at that point, you may as well not bother with that person. It needs to go both ways. They need to have the same kind of, I want to say feelings, but that sounds a little too, like, they got to have the same kind of, feel similar about you. You know, yeah, that's exactly right. It needs to go both ways. And if it goes both ways, then bang, you're right. You know, and you can be yourself. But if you only like them, they don't like you, and you have to be someone in order for them to like you, or you feel like you do, then that's not worth it. I've been like, the last couple years, I've really been accepting my weird side. Like, I had a weird side, and you know, you're in primary school, you're insecure, you're like, I need to be cool, I need to whatever. And I had that for a while there. And then at one point, I don't even remember when it happened. I was just like, you know what? Why? You know, why do I have to pretend to be someone to get like validation and to be noticed by people who I don't like? You know, so I was like, I'm just gonna be me. I'm gonna embrace the weird side of me. So I know I have one. And look around to try and find my place, because I have a place. That's what happened when I was at school. And then what ended up happening, year 11 and 12, so my final 2 years of high school, that's when I made the most friends. Because like I wore, my school wears uniforms. So on a casual clothes day, I wore a Zelda shirt, and I was getting attention for that by like the right crowd. And I hang out in the library a lot because that's where I was most welcome. You know, I went where I was most welcome, and then in the end I actually ended up having a great time. My last couple of years of high school ended up being pretty great because of that. And then on top of that, it's like, dude, that was like, I swear, I wish that isn't true, but at the moment they are the best years of my life, I swear. Other than primary school, there's a couple years in primary school, they were amazing. Because like pretty much all of my friends were in my class. And that's pretty much the only reason why. And even to this day, like I've got a friend who all we do, our friendship is pretty much, he will send me a message at like 8 o'clock in the morning. And it's literally just a video by Nintendo of America announcing like the next Splatoon game or something. Like that's our entire friend. Or like the Nintendo Music app came out last year, I think, or this year, I don't remember anymore. And like we would just text each other when a new soundtrack comes out. Oh yeah, okay, so I have a pretty small friend group. I have, at this point, my friends are, I'm in this group with people that I've known, like my brother is in my friend group. And it's pretty much his friends, so they're all older than me. That's my main friend group. And then other than that, my friend who I mentioned, you guys, that's about it. So I've got a pretty small friend group. But then the thing with that, you don't need to have a huge friend group of people. You just need to have a group of people who are really, really close to you. Like, you know, because they're the ones that you're going to get the most out of anyway. Like, I don't get the point of having heaps of, like, friends, but they're just, like, you know, people who you see and you say hi to kind of thing. And nothing else more than that. Like, it's nice to have a small group of people that you are super close to. By the way, you're gonna see the video. It didn't happen. Literally, the video was called. You'll see the video. It's where I talk about. Apparently, I was gonna ask a girl out for the first time. Didn't happen. It didn't end up happening. Because I was like, I talked to the girl. Like, don't get me wrong, but. I didn't get around to actually going anywhere with it. I just was asking stuff. I just felt like she wasn't into it, you know? Wasn't keen on talking. And if you sense that about someone, then I think that that's a good time to let them go, you know? You need to know when to let someone go, even if you don't want to let them go. Which is something that I have an extremely hard time doing. But that's another thing that I just want to get out there. You got to learn when to let someone go. Even if you don't want to, even if you feel it's going to be hard, if you're scared, whatever, sometimes it's for the best that you let some people go. And I know firsthand what happens if you don't do that. And letting someone go doesn't necessarily mean finding someone else, you know, right away, whatever. Maybe that works for some people, I don't know. It's just, that's what my ex did, and that really hurt. Like, it still hurts sometimes, even now. Like, literally, I'll think about it sometimes, and I'm like, why? You know, even if the feelings aren't, oh my goodness, the same anymore, I'm still like, it still doesn't mean it doesn't hurt, okay? So, you gotta consider people's feelings in terms of that stuff, man. I don't think you should, like, start going with someone immediately after. You gotta consider the other person's feelings. You gotta think about your own mental well-being. You gotta get yourself right, man. You gotta figure things out, sort your life. I filmed a video. Some time ago I went to the beach and I made, ooh. Oh, okay. I don't know where I'm going. I went to the beach some time ago and I made a video. I started recording a video, but my phone died before I could finish it, so I kind of didn't. And I'm going to hopefully do the rest of it today. But a quick summary of what the video is going to be about. I'm going to go into more depth about it, of course, in the video itself. But and I've learnt it from someone in the group chat, by the way, Van. This is something that I learnt from someone in our group chat. It's that you gotta learn how to love yourself before you can love someone else. You know, you can't love someone else if you don't even love yourself. And that's like, I sat and I thought about it, and I thought about how I was, and like the more I thought about it, the more I realized that is true, how true that actually is, because it's incredibly true. I didn't love myself. I honestly, well, look, there were parts that I liked, but I also felt very insecure in a lot of ways, and had some problems, and that unknowingly, unintentionally, subconsciously got taken out on the relationship, and that's something that I regret as well. So I was able to recognize that, oh, that's why all this stuff happened. It's not particularly me being a bad person and what's going on here. I just didn't love myself properly. So I'm trying to figure out how to... What? Huh? Splatoon. What's the challenge? 2v2s? Snipe? I don't know if you're still here, man. Dude, are you still here, dude? This is something we gotta do, man. Snipe. I need snipe. Snipe, do you want to do this? 2v2 tower. Let's go. Do you wanna game chat?